Hello everybody and welcome back to my world of gaming. Today I'll be playing TIS-100. And now this is a really cool puzzle game, and it uses programming to... Well, I'll show you. It makes more sense if I show you. Okay, so I've done a few of them, but I want to go back to the beginning so you get an idea of what's going on. So this is the first program you get to make. Now this with it you get the manual. Obviously if you press escape then you can view the manual, which comes, it's really cool, like 1980s programming manual. It's really funky. It tells you all the syntax of all the commands you can give everything, and all this different stuff you can do is in that. And at the beginning it's sort of set up like a sort of a murder mystery as well. So like at the beginning you get, there's a letter from your auntie saying that your uncle has died and he had loads of computing stuff that she's going to give you. This particular machine, the TIS, the Tessellated Intelligence System, was the thing that he was currently working on at the time of death. So, and when you go into the program, you've also got these communication fader things, and there's a little debug button. If you click that, you get little snippets of the story from your Uncle Randy. Blah, blah, blah. Can't find a pen right now, so I'm just going to take notes here. Looks like short-term storage. Got this one at the swap meet today. A fellow wanted $450 for it, but I talked him down to $200. Good deal. No idea who makes this thing. Never heard of this TIS series, and the architecture doesn't look like anything I've seen before. Ask the guys down at whoever that is, but no joy. Randy has a mystery on his hands. Yes, you certainly do. If you hadn't have died, then you would have been doing all right, I think. So each one of these modules can take and receive information, and to do that you use these ports. These arrows are called ports, so you can have a port up, down, left, right, and obviously these ones are broken so you can't communicate between the two. But whereas this is just the like the tutorial one, it tells you how to do this bit of program here. So we need to read a value from int.x, which is this one, and write the value to out.x, which is down here. And we also need to do the same thing with in.a and in.b. Now this one's really easy. You can just do it with the move command. So what we're going to do, this input is going to come in from the top into this port. So we just go move, which is MOV, up, referencing the up port, comma, right, which means we're going to take whatever's in this port and move it straight to the right port. And then from this one we can move, and this will be left, no, right even. Oh, move right, what am I talking about? Move left. So then move right, down. I don't have my left and my right. It's going to make this very tricky. So then move up, down, move up, right, and then they'll be in the left hand one, so move left, down. So then that should plop everything down the right way. You can also step through your program so you see where everything's going. We're on the first row at the moment, so if you go to step 1, it puts the inputs into the ports. Step to the next one, you can see it's done that bit of code and moved it into the bottom port, and it's moved into the left one. And then it will sort of filter its way down and then come out the outs. And then you'll see in this column here, these are the outputs that you're getting, and these are the ones that it's expecting, the ones on the left. And if we just run that through, it'll take 3 passes, and it'll tell you how many cycles it's gone through, how many cycles it's gone through to run the code 3 times, and how many nodes you've used, and also how many instructions you've used. Whereas this is the first one, basically everyone uses this amount, but in the later ones you can see where you fit with how many nodes or cycle counts or instruction counts other people have used as well. So I'm going to return to the segment, and we're going to go for the second segment. This is all locked when you first start up the game. I've gone through a few of them and made like pretty crappy pieces of code to make everything work, but it does work. So now it starts getting a little bit tricksy. So basically what we want to do is we want to read a value in from in A, we want to double the value and then write it to out A down here. If you refer back to the manual, which I'm going to do now, which you can't see, what we need to do is we need to use the add command and also the access which is this one here. So if we move, no, not comma, up to the ACC, it will copy it to here. Then what we do is we say add access. So that means it's going to take that, put it in there, add it to itself, and then we should be able to move it down. Let's just step through and make sure that works. So it reads it into access, then it doubles it, and then it moves it down to this port. So that works perfectly. Then we go move up, down. I put a dot instead. It's really cool because it actually tells you when you've done a syntax error. Move up, right. So if I press enter now, it should, oh no, it doesn't. It's fine with it. I need the comma then. I'll put a comma in anyway. So it moves to this port. So then we want to move left, down, and that should whiz through and plop everything where it needs to go. It's really cool because it feels like proper coding, which is really, really cool. It scratches that itch that I've got for coding. Boom. So I did it with 120 cycles, so it cycled to 160 times to do each pass. But someone would be able to get, I can't actually see what that number is. But a bunch of people are able to do it that quickly. That's really cool. And a lot of people use a lot more nodes than I do. And more instructions. Huh. That's pretty cool. Yeah, so now it does start to get pretty tricky. I mean, these are fiendish as you go on. Because this one, we need to read values from in A and in B, write in A minus in B to out P, write in dot B minus in dot A to out N. So basically, you take this one, take that away from it, put it out this one. You take this one, take that away from it, and put it out down here. Now it seems very, very simple, but the first thing we need to do is we need to move up. Let's put it into the memory first. And you can't have both of these ports being used at the same time, so unfortunately you can't just plug them both into here and expect it all to work, which is very, very frustrating. But I reckon, so how are we going to get this one over to here? So then we want to save it. I'll save it into back. Then we subwrite and send out this one. Then we swap them. That'll swap back to that one. Now move this one back down. So we've basically taken this one, stored it in there as well, subtracted from subtracted that one, sent that one back this way for the A to P output. Then we've swapped this one back into here, then moved it down. So that one, saved it to there, put it back, so then we can bring input A down to this one. So then that one puts that into there, subtracts it from this one, then moves it down. Oh, div, I didn't actually finish it off. Nah. So move up, down, move up, right, move left, down, run. Ah, yes! Oh, that is satisfying. Oh, boom, take that, program. It's not very elegant. I bet that there is a much, much easier way of doing it than that. I don't remember how I did it last time. That's crazy. Yeah, there's lots of referencing back to the manual that you get to get all the different Oh man, instruction count. All the syntax and how everything works. Oh man. There were a lot of extra instructions. I could probably make it much more efficient. And I used all the nodes as well. Hardly anybody uses 9 nodes. But it's about in the middle for cycles. That's not too bad. The majority of people use a lot less than me, though. Okay, yes, I was thinking really hard then, so I didn't actually explain the program at all. So, what it does, saves A into here, and then it swaps it over, then it also saves it into the backup as well. Subwrite, which changes this to be the right output for here, so then it sends it off down this way. Then it swaps them back, puts back into here, so this one is now in A again, and then sends that down. Okay, so in A minus in B has gone this way. A has gone down here. B has come down here. This takes A away from B and sends it this way. Oh man, I think I'm just tired. That didn't take me anywhere near as long last time. I'll edit it a bit so you're not sitting here watching me for 10 minutes going But yeah, so that is TIS-100. It's really good, actually. It really, really makes you work your brain to try and get some of these solutions, because this is just number 3. And man, I mean, I don't know how I did the rest of them. I mean, it gets really, really complicated. So this one, you have to start using labels and sort of jump commands to sort of do loops. Because and also you need to really read these quite carefully. So basically, in this one, if it's a positive number, you put a 1 out here. If it's a 0, you put a 1 out here. If it's a positive number, you put a 1 out here. And you also have to put a 0 into the ones that it's not in. So you have to do labels and jumps. So basically, it moves this down here. This is a start label, basically saying, so whenever it says jump to start, it will jump back to here. It's sort of like an out clause, so it doesn't keep on going and just keep on doing everything in the list. So it moves the left to the AC. So it remembers that one. Moves it to the right so this one can have a go at it and this one can have a go at it as well. This is a jump if ACC is greater than 0. Okay, so if it's greater than 0, it will go to the label great, which is what I called it. So it goes back down to this great label and then carries on from there. If it's not, it will move a 0 out, which is what it needs to do if it's not correct, and then goes to jump start, so it comes back around so it doesn't carry on going. Yeah, so that took me a while. I haven't done coding for so long that this just wrapping your head around this is quite tricky. And then you've got the nodes and the ports and everything to contend with as well. But it's really, really awesome. And if you want a brain teaser, this is the one to get to. And if you've got a programming itch like I do, because I actually quite like coding sometimes, this is perfect. Absolutely brilliant. So yes, thank you very, very much for watching. Please leave a like if you enjoyed this. And if you want to see anything else that I'm doing, please press subscribe. And I shall see you next time. Bye-bye.